Now, my new faith at the age of 31 put my lifestyle in a new perspective. I realized for the first time that all the sex I had ever had, far from bringing me closer to marriage, had actually taken me further away from even being able to sustain a relationship that would lead to marriage. And the reason is simple. You can't seek permanence through impermanence. In fact, I believe that sex outside marriage is, by its very nature, emotionally and spiritually damaging. And I believe that's true even within a committed relationship. Here's why. Christians have always believed that the body and soul are united whole. Everything we do in our body affects our soul. Now, I'll speak of it from my own experience. When I was having sex, two things were going on, the physical and the emotional. Physically, I was engaging in the most self-sacrificing act that my body could achieve. Physically, I was saying to my partner, I give myself to you completely. Here, take my skin, take my sweat, take my breathing, take what's inside of me. Now, emotionally, since I wasn't vowed to my sex partner for life, I knew, and he knew, that no matter how much we might love each other, we each had an easy out. Now, I don't care how people say, well, you can't be sure marriage is going to last forever. I know that better than anyone because my parents split up when I was in kindergarten. The fact remains that if you haven't signed that piece of paper, if you haven't taken those vows in front of your family and your friends and your whole community before God, it's far easier to just walk out the door and say, see ya, than if you have. So I knew when I was having sex outside marriage, which is to say all the sex I've ever had, that even as I was pouring out my body completely to my partner, I could not pour out my heart and give it all to him as a gift. If there was the slightest chance that we might not get married, and until you've gone through with it, there always is, then it would be too painful. So I learned to build up a shell. Just a little shell, I thought, just to protect myself from getting hurt. But every time I had sex with my partner, I would feel more bonded to him because of the sex. Just the sheer biochemistry of sex creates a bonding feeling. So I would have to respond to that by detaching further. And it was a terrible, sick irony that the very sex I believed would bring me closer to my partner, in fact, prevented me from truly giving myself to him.